America's Grip. I am your host, the sensible libertarian, the one and only. Before we jump into today's video, I want to do the weekly reminder of all my viewers out there to say hi to their NSA agent that is currently watching on screen and say thank you for reminding us that we are never alone, even when we are peacefully protesting. So let's jump right into today's video on peaceful protesting. Peaceful protesting. Why is it radical? Why is it such a big deal now? Out of our 200 plus years history, why is it so radical now? There's been protests throughout our country, but why do I feel like now it is really more important? It's really important to focus on and hit on more than other things. Why the Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and these white supremacists, anybody that's doing a riot, why they should not be shocked when they are getting arrested. Well, stick with me. And hopefully, I'll get to answer those questions for you. The right to peacefully assemble. I'm going to let you guys on a little secret. It is covered under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. It's a shocker, I know. Notice how it doesn't say rioting or violently protesting or violently assembling. Notice that. You can still protest and you can still assemble, but you better do it peacefully. And it's crazy to me that all these people that are doing this, using rioting and using violence and stuff like that, they're shocked that they're getting arrested when they're doing it. When they're going out and destroying other people's property, going out and intimidating people and harming innocent people that have nothing to do with what caused them to riot. So I'm gonna call it a freaking riot, dude. It's a fucking riot. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this little disclosure in here. We here at America's Grip are all for anybody and everybody exercising their First Amendment right, exercising any of their rights that are given to them by the United States Constitution, as long as it is done lawfully. The right to peaceful assemble. We're okay with your right to protest. We're okay with you exercising that right. But as long as you do it, here's the key word is again, peacefully. Do it peacefully. We're okay with that. Start rioting, start damaging other people's property, that's when we got a problem. Especially when it's innocent people. That's when we got a problem. I'm going to quote a couple of figures. One I feel like is more iconic when it comes to us here in the United States, more memorable. I still feel like it's more memorable than the other. Still, both very important figures, historical figures in history, period, did a lot of good for all of humanity, or will be remembered for millennia come. One of them led the civil rights movement in the 1960s, brought about great changes that this nation has never seen up to that point. His name was Martin Luther King Jr. This man was a peaceful protester. He was all about bringing change about through peace, not violence. That's the kind of man he was. Martin Luther King was also the same man, because of his nonviolent strategies, brought about helping desegregate the schools, desegregate the buses, get rid of the despicable Jim Crow laws in this nation. The absolutely despicable Jim Crow laws. They're disgusting. And I'm so thankful that a man like Martin Luther King lived at a time when he did. It was because of him is the reason why we saw such great strides of equal rights across the board. Pardon me. This is my son. His name is Thor. He is a little spoiled because of your favorite sensible libertarian. This is the sensible puppertarian. Thor for President 2020. please vote for him. Write-in candidate. He'll make all your dog's dreams come true. Woohoo! Anyway, going back to my point. Martin Luther King Jr. once said, nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon, and it ennobles the man who wields it. So, where are all these protesters not remembering this man? He was so prolific in bringing back changes, so iconic, so memorable, so important to our American history. Why are we not remembering him right now? The right to peacefully assemble is and was, even when this country was founded, a radical idea. Up to this point, on our mountain way to start find our own nation, become our own nation, all protests against the king and the British government were met with violence, whether peaceful or not. They were met with violence. Or somebody says something about we got our country due to violence. Yes, we did. But the difference is between that and now, we had a real problem as far as we were not able to go to the government and have a legitimate conversation. We weren't. As colonists, we were considered the colonists. We were not considered people or of equal stature as them. We weren't. And we tried several different peaceful methods. Finally, it came to a point where they fired the first shot and we defended ourselves. Simple as that. That's the reason why it was radical. It's when they put it in the Constitution. You can assemble. In fact, we'll even do you one better, where you can actually redress the government for your grievances. Think about this. The ability to redress the government for your grievances. Basically what that means is if you feel like the government has done you wrong, no matter which way, you can bring the government before a court of law and sue them or what have you, so you can feel better. How radical is that? Not only can you peacefully protest what the government is doing and saying and say what you want, but now you can take them to court too. Psh, fucking mind blown, brother. Cool. Awesome. Nobody really exercises that anymore because a whole lot of people know that. Next person that I want to bring up as far as the iconic people of civil rights was Mahatma Gandhi. India, look him up. Phenomenal person. Once said, be the change you wish to see in the world. What does that mean? Be the change you wish to see in the world. You want to get rid of racism? Stop being a racist. Treat everybody the same, regardless of race. You want equal rights based on gender? Treat everybody the same. You want to end police brutality? Stop acting like a fool. Here's the best way I can really describe peaceful protest that makes sense. And I know it's going to be a humorous comparison, but it's very true. So stick with me on this. Peaceful protest is like, like that fly that if you go outside or what you got in your house or whatever, you just feel like it won't leave you alone no matter how much you swat at it and do whatever you can to get rid of it, just won't leave you alone. That's peaceful protest. They're not violent. That fly's not beating you over the head with anything. They're just like you want to get rid of them. So you're doing anything you can to get rid of them. So you can just shut up. And obviously the fly, we're going to smack it if we can catch it, or if not, let it out of the house. That's what peaceful protest is, guys. Be a nuisance. Start chanting. I mean, if you're going to protest, that's fine. It's granted you under the United States Constitution. Do it. Hold the signs up. Do the picket line. Do the march. That's fine. Maybe gather together and say, we're going to boycott these companies. Again, Martin Luther King did that with the bus boycott. He helped initiate that too. All I'm saying, and it worked. It can still work today if done properly, but it has to be done properly. This crap out here, destroying people's properties and intimidation and this violence is not working, because let me tell you a little secret, guys. Violence sparks violence. The only thing it does, it is not good for anything else. Now, do we believe here in America's Script for justified violence? Yes. Justified violence being someone breaks into your home that's threatening your life, liberty, and property. You have the right to exercise your Second Amendment and take care of the problem. That is justified violence. But for you to sit here and say that violence is the only answer, you're wrong. And I'm going to go ahead and call you out right now. You're stupid. You're ignorant. You have not explored every option. But there are other options out there. Trust me. Trust me, they are. Now again, I'm going to reiterate this. Here at America's Grip, we are all for anybody exercising their First Amendment right, or any of their rights, whether it be their right to free speech, right to religion, right to carry a weapon, right to have a weapon, right to refuse to quarter soldiers, Third Amendment, I don't know what people know about that, the right to a fair and speedy trial, so on and so forth. We agree with you. You're exercising those rights. We support you 100%. As long as you do it lawfully. Lawful is the key. Non-violence. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this week's video. Say thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the video. I want to remind everybody our call to action here at America's Grip for every one of you guys to go out there, get yourselves informed, and remind you that the government hates an informed citizen above all. I love you all. Always have and always will. There's not a dang thing y'all can do about it. God bless you. God bless your families. Most importantly, God bless the United States of America. And I will see you next week here on America's Grip. Thank you.